Hey everyone, Tom here again. In my last video, I talked about Stephen King's great book on writing, how he doesn't write with an outline. He suggests that you write 1,000 words a day until you complete your story, and always write with the door shut. That way you don't have to think about anybody while you're writing your story, and when you're ready to share it, you can share it with someone you trust. So I took on that challenge at the end of April in 2019. I wrote 1,000 words each day, sometimes a little more, until I finished this. This is my third book called Zaworski's Children. So I had an idea how to start the book, and I had created a character who would become Max in the story, and I wrote 1,000 words, and then I was like, okay, I did it. And so the next morning, I showed up. I wrote another 1,000 words. I was like, okay, this is I got this so far. And then the third day, that's when I really felt like, whoa, am I gonna be able to do this? And I remember that day specifically because I wrote 1,000 words. It got me to the fourth day. I kept going. Not every day was smooth. A lot of days were just figuring things out. And eventually it started forming into a story. A lot of the stuff I wrote in the beginning was deleted or removed. But just getting through that first draft, which took me at least, I think, 3.5 months, just writing every day, just trying to get to the end. But I kept telling myself, no one's reading what you're writing. You can go back and edit once you're done. And that's what I did. The last thing I'll share, and this came from Stephen King's book, is once you're done writing your first draft, just put it away for a while. I think he says like 6 weeks or something like that, just to clear your mind from the story before you go back and start editing it. He even says you could start working on another story, maybe something different from what you just wrote. And that's what I did in the summer of 2019. I wrote The Mansion. This was a shorter book than Zaworski's Children. It was an idea I came up with over the summer of 2019, and I decided to write the story. And it actually turned out to be one of my best-selling books, the one that I've gotten the most response from. And that was totally unexpected. Like I said, if you just, give yourself permission to write with the door shut, you never know what you can come up with. You might discover something really cool, something you didn't plan for. All right, thanks for listening, and I'll try to post some more videos again.